CYBORG, what it look like, man? Yo, the undisputed lightweight heavyweight champion, he's back, man. It's your boy BETERBIEV. Y'all know what time it is, man. I told you that boy was serious, man. He got the motherfucking putting the work in the ass for BETERBIEV. BETERBIEV was fighting like a motherfucking warrior, though, man. You know, he ain't got no punk about him, man. That dude know how to throw the motherfucking hands. He know how to make you suffer. He know how to make you work. And if you ever come close to being BETERBIEV, because everybody else just knows something about coming close for 5 seconds about being BETERBIEV. But BIVOL finally cracked the code, man. He finally cracked the motherfucking code. He got that motherfucker, man. I thought he had him in the first fight, honestly, by at least a razor thin edge. But the judges gave it to BETERBIEV. The rematch, man, I knew it was going to be a monstrous type of event, man. I knew it was going to be a spectacular fight. I knew it was going to be one for the ages. I knew it was going to be one for the boxing fans. I knew it was going to draw the casuals in. I knew it was just going to be worth everybody's fucking time, man. And shout out to BETERBIEV. Shout out to BIVOL for bringing it home. The people in BIVOL's hometown, man, them motherfuckers going crazy. Them motherfuckers loving what it came out to be, man. Shit, man, this fight was just as good, man. I think even a little more like you know, tasteful than the last fight, man, because and this one, man, you got a guy that just made up his mind that as good as he was in the first fight, he got to be better, man. Got to be better. That shit takes a lot of effort, man, to go from 110% to turn that motherfucker up to like 150%, man. Because you got to go from like having the odds basically in your favor based on your work ethic and your boxing acumen to then having the odds stacked, man. You got and you got to do it yourself. You ain't got no people betting on you. You ain't got nobody cheating for you. You just got to work that much harder. You got to get that more organized to ensure that you beat the biggest monster in your division, man. And that person is Arthur BETERBIEV, man. This guy is no fucking joke, man. Even I'm sure, like even though BIVOL beat him, you know, BIVOL knows, like in the back of his mind, like, man, if I had slipped up just a half an inch at any point in any of those rounds, man, this motherfucking fight was gonna go the way the first fight went. You know, and probably in a very fair and definitive basis. You know what I mean? Not even like some arbitrary shit like the first fight was called. The first fight was called based on a split decision. So you had some of the judges they're basically in disagreement on who actually won the fight, as the fans are, and maybe even the boxers were at that moment. You know, but man, what a fucking marvel to watch, man. I was so happy that this fucking fight got arranged in short order after it actually initially took place, that the rematch was put together. And shout out to everybody involved in that fucking process, man, especially if you hear me, motherfucker, my motherfucking man Turkey Al Sheik, the motherfucker keep bringing the motherfucking heat to the boxing motherfucking world, man. And we appreciate this motherfucker, man. We just do. He just laying it down right, you know what I mean? And the boxers are making money. The boxers are, you know, getting attention. They're getting caught. They're getting you know, the recognition that they deserve for their hard work and their stellar performances that they keep delivering to entertain us and to keep fans, you know, you know what I mean? To keep us in that rooting zone, you know, where we say, damn, there's a boxing match going on? Yeah, I want to see it. Who's fighting, man? BETERBIEV throwing hands, BIVOL throwing hands, Lomachenko throwing hands, Joseph Parker throwing hands, Bakoli throwing hands, Anthony Joshua throwing hands, Daniel Dubois throwing hands. Who won what, man? Talk about it. Crawford, Canelo, Shakur Stevenson, all these dudes, man. Teofimo Lopez, everybody, man. Tank Davis, like, just talk about the boxers, man. Give them their just due, man, because these dudes, you know, they work hard for what they do, man, and they really deliver, man. And it gives us all a lot of joy and a lot of reason to you know, get fresh and celebrate the night, you know. But damn, what a fucking fantastic fight, man. I think BIVOL was just so exemplary, man, exemplary of his ability to dig down deep and evolve, you know, even just by a fucking inch, you know what I mean? Because he was already a fucking spectacular fighter going into that first fight. He gave BETERBIEV every fucking thing BETERBIEV could fucking dream of possibly losing to, because ain't nobody threatened BETERBIEV for real. BETERBIEV was walking through people, man. He made Callum Smith, and shout out to Callum Smith, because that motherfucker just had a good bout, man, against well shit, whoever the fuck he had a fight against. Formidable opponent, I must say. I'm just forgetting the dude's name. I don't want to mispronounce it by like just making up some shit. So, but he know who the fuck I'm talking about. That black dude is a bad motherfucker, all right? And Callum Smith smoked his ass by a margin too. By a margin, because there was times when Callum Smith was in trouble than a motherfucker. He looked like he was gonna get clapped the fuck down. He looked like he was having a Canelo flashback. But Callum Smith recovered, and I really like how Callum Smith took care of his fitness, man, because a lot of times, you know, you get guys like in Smith's position where these motherfuckers, you know, they've had success, they made a little bit of money, they got clout, the home turf is behind them, and then they just forget, man, how they used to get it done. They think they can go in there like, you know, old man style and just beat a motherfucker on power. Well, I like that Callum Smith showed up fit, man. This motherfucker was ripped. He looked like the motherfuckers, you know, like actors, you know, like actors when they motherfuckers getting ready to do a big box office movie. Them motherfuckers go and they start scaling down, they start trimming up, they start tightening up, and these motherfuckers, like, you know, they still look how they look in their face, but the body be tight as a motherfucker. These motherfuckers look like these motherfuckers can really throw some hands. They can really, you know, do some endurance type of performances out there, you know. And Callum Smith, like, he definitely made the sacrifice. I don't know what his training camp was like, but I expect if in a review, like, someone would have to say, man, that he had a pretty good training camp, because his mental state seemed so fucking resolved, man. The dude, like, he really came in there to fucking fight, man. He came in there to suffer and work through the suffering, you know what I mean? And that's like a lot to say for a guy who's experienced, that has a lot of winning you know, experiences behind him, you know what I mean? To still have the humility and the mental fortitude and the wherewithal to just continue to just like try to be great, you know what I mean? So Callum Smith, he definitely showed improved this time. You know, it was a close fight. I think it could have gone either way. I think Callum Smith just edged it out. He was a little bit busier in the moments where he was taking the lead and dominating, because there was a lot of back and forth in the dominance, you know, between the fighters. I think Callum Smith was he was holding on to his momentum just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? I don't think he was doing much more damage than his opponent. I just think that he was holding on to his momentum just a little bit longer, so he was getting a few more punches in, a lot more cheers from the crowd, and people were really, you know, kind of behind him in the first place. But he was working. He wasn't getting credit that was undeserved. So I really liked his performance. And shout out to him, man. Also shout out to motherfucking Joseph Parker for putting down Bacoli. First of all, if you hurt Bacoli, that's saying a fucking lot. If you put Bacoli down to his motherfucking knees, if you put him down to his motherfucking back, you a gangster motherfucker, man. You's a gangster motherfucker, man. And Joseph Parker is about that life, man. A lot of people, cause see the shit with people like Joseph Parker, right? In the boxing world, and in the modern boxing world, right? Modesty is something that is not celebrated enough. You know what I mean? I think a lot of men are not given the esteem and the prestige that they deserve, and the work for the work that they put in because they're modest. It's like people like Terrence Crawford, right? Lately, Terrence Crawford is in the media a lot because he been fucking pound for pound forever. But when everybody was ducking Crawford, nobody was talking about Crawford except the boxers about not fighting this motherfucker, you know what I mean? But the media wasn't really clamoring towards Crawford. They were looking for people that was making a lot of fucking noise, you know what I mean? Whoever those people were, you know what I mean? But you take a guy like Crawford who was kicking ass, his hands and his skills and his record speaking volumes, man, fucking volumes. That it can't nobody touch him, man. Victor Poso can't fuck with him. Even Mean Machine, who gave him a good run, Mean Machine got tapped up and touched. You know what I mean? Everybody that Crawford got in the ring with, from Amir Khan to goddamn fucking what's the other dude? Other English dude, man. Brown skin Indian English dude, man, that I like a lot, man. I don't know why I'm fucking not remember his fucking name. Anyway, it'll come to me. But everybody that Crawford got in the ring with, man, they got dealt with, man. They got dealt with, okay? And Crawford, at the same time, everybody was so busy avoiding him, and Top Rank was doing a shitty job of promoting him. And then Crawford being like a modest, kind of a, you know, like he's not a rah-rah type of guy. He's a guy that goes in and do the work. And if you don't understand what work is worth, then yeah, maybe you won't give him the acknowledgement that he deserves. But that's how he states his claim. You know what I mean? He goes in and whoop your ass diligently, successfully, and by a huge margin usually. You know what I mean? The same way he did with fucking Gamboa, you know what I mean? Crawford was kicking ass, man, but they weren't giving him credit. When you get people like nowadays, like Teofimo Lopez, right? Teofimo is new school, but that's a good thing because Teofimo knows what time it is. Teofimo knows that when he was really like rising up, he was laying so much fucking hands on these motherfuckers that he just deserved the respect and the attention. But he's smart enough to know that the motherfuckers out there just don't respect boxing on its own. They want you to fucking be a fucking celebrity at the same time, right? So you gotta run your mouth, you gotta talk shit. It's just like Mayweather. When Mayweather was kicking ass, everybody just was ducking him, avoiding him. Soon as Mayweather started insulting people, talking down to people, talking down to De La Hoya, talking down to whoever, then everybody start hating on him. But that hate got him attention. You know what I mean? A lot of boxers really don't want to go that route. One of the most, like, you know, in my opinion, man, my estimation, one of the most savant-esque boxers right now is Shakur Stevenson. Can't nobody touch him. Everybody talk shit about him. Everybody talk, he's soft, he this, he ain't gonna do this against Tank. Let me tell you, man, I like me some Tank Davis. You can't buy a boring Tank Davis fight. But what you cannot buy is a fight where Tank Davis dominates Shakur Stevenson. It don't exist. Only in theory and only in the mind of the fucking demented. Shakur Stevenson is a different fighter, bro. He is not like a fucking, he's not regular. Everybody thought that when Shakur Stevenson was going up against Navarrete, or when he was going up against Valdez, that these motherfuckers was going to do some work. Because of the track record they had coming into the fight, doing shit to other people. It's fine when you're doing this shit to a guy that's a good boxer, excellent boxer. It's not okay to come in with that set of, with that kind of toolbox when you're dealing with a master boxer. And as young as Shakur Stevenson is, he's already that. You motherfuckers don't want to admit it, but you're going to have to watch it. You put him in there. Let me tell you, I'm going to say this on GP right now. The only person in Shakur Stevenson's like zip code of boxing that can make a match with him, that can mirror his tact, can't beat him, still can't beat the motherfucker, but can give him a real serious challenge, It ain't no Teofimo Lopez. It ain't no damn Gervonta Davis. It ain't even Keyshawn. Keyshawn Davis. I like me some Keyshawn Davis. That little motherfucker, he bad than a motherfucker. And if you got any sense, you don't want his hands near your jaw at all. But I tell you what, don't none of them want no smoke with motherfucking Shakur Stevenson. The only person that can come close to giving him a real challenge is a person like Devin Haney. And a lot of people in the streets right now, in the boxing streets, they have no respect for Devin Haney. I don't know why, because he's the only guy that made fucking Regis Prograis look like he can't box at all. Can't box at all. Now, Jack Catterall just finished knocking Regis upside his motherfucking head and showing he also can't fight, which is crazy because Regis ain't like that. I don't know. Regis must have got new religion or some shit, because nothing about Regis Prograis' track record says that he should look the way he looked against Devin Haney, for one, which was a master class in boxing. Nobody's seen that since Mayweather versus Gotti, since Ali versus one of them motherfuckers, because Ali sure put the spanking on some motherfucker back in the day. But definitely Mayweather versus Gotti and Roy Jones versus Vinny Pazienza. Okay, those are the only times you've seen a guy get shut out like that. It looked like it was like goddamn Devin Haney had on Nolan Ryan pants that night. That motherfucker was missing no hitter, bro. He was pitching a fucking shutout on Regis Prograis, and Regis admitted that shit. But then he said some sucker ass shit, talk about Jack Catterall's the toughest opponent. Well, goddamn it, you must not remember fighting a ghost, because Devin Haney, you didn't touch Devin Haney. Okay, you caught Jack Catterall a couple of times. Now your toughest opponent maybe on an abuse level, yeah, I give it to Catterall. Catterall's hitting you with some heavy shit, but what the fuck is that worth when another guy is hitting you that you can't hit at all? Fuck how hard he's hitting you, you can't hit him at all. It's like fighting a ghost. You know what I mean? You in there with fucking Patrick Swayze up in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Anyway, Shakur Stevenson is a boxing savant, man. He is a master boxer. People refuse to admit it just because the motherfucker's young. Y'all motherfuckers got it twisted. When he gets in the ring with Gervonta Davis is gonna look like he never fought a fight in his life before. Okay? It's gonna be like a Canelo versus BIVOL. Canelo run through everybody's pockets. He run the motherfuckers, shake them down, take what they got. BIVOL told him, not tonight, motherfucker. I'm taking every round. All of them. The whole motherfucker gambit, motherfucker. What you wanna do? And I'm not gonna get overzealous when I'm touching that ass up. Okay? But I'm gonna take everything you got. So, y'all know what time it is. It is what it is. Check you next time. Peace.